Alright, what's up, YouTube? What's up? It's 2021. It is a brand new year. There's an old saying, you finish the year with a big bang, and you start the year with a big bang. When you play basketball, you start off strong. So this is a new year, and we go give you the same content, but we also gonna add some new content. Every single year that I do YouTube videos, when it's a brand new year, we always start off with original content, and then we slowly but maturely build ourselves up, and then that's how we get our audience back. You know, every single year, some people keep their audience, some people, their audience get bored of you producing the same thing over and over and over and over again. But lucky for me, after 4 or 5 years, I know how to create new content and make it interesting to male and female audiences. So this one, the first one of my back-to-back, because it's a brand new year, and because it's 2021, you women and men are going to get back-to-back YouTube videos. Yes, I'm going to put these on both YouTube channels. And then less than 24 hours from now, I will go to the Grove with a friend of mine. And again, I'm going to give y'all back-to-back videos less than 24 hours. But that is to produce new content. For those that are interested in business, real estate, business marketing, that's what I'm going to have them onto my channel. This year, I plan on interviewing some people. To give the channel a new, fresh perspective, make it new. You don't want the same old, stale content. When you start showing and producing the same thing over and over and over again, you lose both your male and your female audience. And then I'm going to make a brand new episode 3 days later, because after today and after Saturday, I'll skip Sunday on these channels and go maybe a 1 to 2 day break and make a brand new video called Sex Game. What happens when you lose your audience? Because a lot of these new YouTubers, they be shocked when they have an audience, and then all of a sudden when they lose their audience, they don't know why. I've had both happen to me. Alright, this one's going to be called Sex Game, Hot Sexy Women in Marvel, DC, and Anime. This is to show respect to black women, white women, Latina women, Asian women, women of all races and all sizes. If it weren't for black women, white women, Latina women, Asian women, golf women, BBW women, women that are tall and short, if it weren't for women in general, if it weren't for women being on this planet, a lot of us would not exist. A lot of us would not be walking up and down the street. It's because of a black woman, a white woman, a Latina woman, an Asian woman that we exist. When a man and a woman comes together and create a great union, they create us. So if it weren't for our mothers, our grandmothers, black women, white women, Latina women, Asian women, we would not exist. Yes, the man has the Yes, a man has the DNA, but the woman has to help the DNA create life. It takes two to create life. Some people believe in what I'm saying. Some people believe it's BS. It is what it is. But this first video, we're going to show some women some respect. You know, so we're going to start off 2021 correct and start it off fresh. You know, you got to show some black women, white women, Latina women, Asian women, golf women, BBW women with a lot of courtesy of respect. A lot of these women are mothers and grandmothers. A lot of these women watch my videos, and a lot of women want me to show some proper respect. So this video is devoted and dedicated to women. Now, men can still watch the video, because I'm going to put in the description that the video is for both, for women and for men. But, you know, the old saying, women are first. Yeah, women are first. The second one, fellas, y'all gonna like that one, because that one's a Star Wars video. So relax, men. I got y'all back. I got women's back. I got men's back. Relax. The title of the video is called Sex Game, Hot Sexy Women in Marvel, DC, and Anime. Now, I did say I was going to make videos about video games, comic books, anime, and I'm a man of my word. We're starting off with this one with comics and a combination of anime. Then the next one's going to be Star Wars, the second video. Alright, coming in at number 12 is Vixen. Now, I find Vixen very physically, sexually attractive. She's a strong, powerful African-American black woman who has this powerful diamond-shaped herb that gives her the ability to shapeshift and transform into magical animals with magic powers. You know, she's got telekinesis, telepathy, she can read different languages, and the story of her character originates that of Africa. And if you ever seen the anime cartoon series of Vixen from DC Comics, or if you've seen season 4 of the Arrow television show, her character was in season 4 of Arrow. And the actress who played her character was very strong. You know, very athletic, very good looking, can fight, can speak multiple languages. They pretty much solidify who Vixen is. Now, I still wish Vixen could have showed up in the sequel to Wonder Woman 2, but it is what it is. I mean, there's Wonder Woman and then there's Vixen. Vixen is a lot like Wonder Woman. You know, both characters come from different backgrounds, different traditions, and Vixen is a very strong, powerful female character that African American women can identify with. And this is one of my favorite female superhero characters because she can hold her own with any big-time superhero. Batman, Superman, The Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern. She can hold her own with any superhero in the DC universe. You know, now if they give her her own movie or her own television show, that'd be incredible. Now, she was in the last 4 or 5 seasons of Legends of Tomorrow, but I'm talking about Vixen getting her own television series like they did with Black Lightning. That would have been the perfect opportunity to introduce her or reintroduce her in season 3 or season 4 of Black Lightning. Now, they should have her, to me, they should have her at least one season of Flash. You know, when we saw her in season 4 for one episode, you know, it was good to see her, but it was like they could have made that whole season where she helped Oliver Queen stop Damien Dark. So I feel like it was like a missed opportunity with her character. But it would have been nice to see her character get that push like most female superheroes. Coming in at number 11 is Poison Ivy. A lot of men find Poison Ivy, and women find Poison Ivy very physically, sexually attractive. To have a female villain be able to contend with somebody like Batman and Superman is interesting. Now, we have not seen a new movie interpretation of the character of Poison Ivy because we haven't got there yet. Now, with the new Batman movie, you know, they're going to have Catwoman in it. They're going to have a group of villains in it. Maybe if we get to see the Batman Part 2 or Part 3, we'll get a chance to see what actress is going to portray Poison Ivy. Like, I would like to see somebody like Zendaya or Ella Grande, someone come in and actually play the character of Poison Ivy. You know, she's unpredictable, very physically, sexually attractive, and she's good when it comes to the art of manipulation. And she also has telekinesis, telepathy. She can speak to trees and make plants come to life, and she's good at being the best villain. You know, and basically her powers work. Sunlight, if she gets a lot of sunlight, drinks a lot of water, her speed, strength, and stamina increases to superhuman levels. So basically, she's a very interesting character. Like, Poison Ivy is the type of supervillain in the DC world that I want to see more of. We already seen enough of other characters, but what we don't see enough of is Poison Ivy. You know, that's a supervillain that would surprise us in a Batman film. You know, or if they did a crossover between Justice League versus the Suicide Squad, why not have a story where Poison Ivy's a part of that group? You know, so that'd be quite interesting. And women like to dress up as Poison Ivy for Halloween, so it's quite interesting that that's one of my favorite female villains. Coming in at number 10 is Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat. Now, she's what they call the Marvel Comics version of Catwoman. Now, if you look in the late 1970s, early 1980s, Marvel wanted to create their own version of Catwoman, and they called her the Black Cat, where she has different types of abilities. You know, she's got 9 lives, she has a Catwoman whip, and she's very strong, very powerful, and basically she's Spider-Man's weakness. As we all know, all men do have a strong affinity, and some superheroes' weakness is kryptonite. Some men's weakness is falling for the Black Cat, and the Black Cat is one of those characters that you fall for. Now I'm still waiting for them to actually introduce her in an actual Spider-Man film. I think it'd be very fantastic, very interesting if they actually bring her in a Spider-Man film. I mean, someone who's on the same level as Spider-Man, she's an equal to the character. Everything Spider-Man can do, Black Cat can do. Now, I'm pretty sure that in a Spider-Man 4 or in a Spider-Man 5, eventually her character will show up. I mean, why is it kept closed? You could make Zendaya become Black Cat. I mean, she's already in the Spider-Man films, right? There's an opportunity to capitalize on her character. Like, you could easily write into the script of Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man 4 that Spider-Man's off fighting all these supervillains and he needs help and he needs a female hero to come in and assist him. What better character to assist him than the one that already exists in that universe? You could easily just make her Black Cat. That would actually work. Because you already know who Zendaya is, and you would be giving her a chance to be a superhero. Like, she had a nice role in the first film. She got more screen time in the second film, but somewhere in the future, they're going to make her become a female superhero. I mean, that's the direction Marvel is headed to, female superheroes. Why not start with Zendaya becoming Black Cat? It would probably work. Coming in at number 9 is Battle Angel Alita. Now, I've seen the 2 animated movies, I've seen the animated series of Battle Angel, and I've seen the live action film. And if they come back with sequels or a live television show of Battle Angel, I'm watching it. I do like the story of Alita. She's half human, half cybernetic. She's good with martial arts. She's very physically, sexually attractive. And it's not just a story of good versus bad. It's like you're seeing how a woman fight the forces of darkness from a woman's point of view, not just a man's point of view. You're seeing it from a woman's point of view. Like, all the men that she fight are villains, and it's like the Wonder Woman story, but it's like set 50 years in the future. So if you just look at how Wonder Woman was done, and you look at Battle Angel, it's the same story, it's just set in a futuristic sense. Coming in at number 8 is Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow. Now, everybody likes the Black Widow. I like Black Widow because Scarlett Johansson has done a very great, outstanding job playing the character of the Black Widow. The tight black leather, the red hair. She's unpredictable. She's a spy. She speaks multiple languages. She does martial arts. And she can hold her own with all the characters in the Avengers. What I'm actually waiting for is for them to actually have a storyline where she actually becomes the leader of the Avengers. I mean, it happened in the comic books. Why not do it in live movie cinema? I mean, Scarlett Johansson has done a very great job as Natasha Romanoff as the Black Widow. We saw her introduction in Iron Man 2. We saw her in Captain America, Winter Soldier, Civil War, the 4 Avenger films. She's getting her own standalone movie. Can't wait to make a movie review for it. And why is it kept closed? You probably could make a Black Widow television series on Disney Plus. I mean, why just stop with the movie? Like, you can make a television show and go maybe 10, 15 years back in the beginning before the Marvel movies and showed when she did all her other special missions. Like, the movie is showing us what happened before the conclusion of Avengers Endgame. I'm talking about going much further back to when she first got recruited at S.H.I.E.L.D. and she was a double agent. So you could play around with that mythology of Natasha Romanoff. Of course, you can have Taskmaster in the movie and in the television show. I have a feeling in about a year or 2 years, you could have a Black Widow television show and set it where it's 10, 15 years earlier before the Avenger movies, the Marvel movies. That would be very interesting to see. And you could also integrate that story of how come she knows the Winter Soldier Not just in Winter Soldier, the sequel of Captain America, but she knew who he was before the events of that film. That's what you could play around with in television. And you could make it connect to Falcon and Winter Soldier television show. It would connect. Coming in at number 7 is Sailor Moon. Oh yeah, a lot of men loved them some Sailor Moon. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Back in the 1990s, if there was one female superhero cartoon that I would watch, it's Sailor Moon. You know, because she had magic powers. She was a princess. And if you know the story, she was reincarnated like about 1,000 years ago, and she gets reincarnated, and she finds out that she was a princess with magic powers. It was like, what if you took the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Buffy the Vampire Slayer and you turned it into an anime cartoon? What do you get? You get Sailor Moon. Everything that Buffy Summers does and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that is Sailor Moon. You're seeing her fight vampires, witches, warlocks, demons, aliens. And why I say Power Rangers, because when she would morph, she morphed into a princess. And what does morphing remind you of? Power. So it was like 50% Power Rangers and 50% Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So if you took Buffy and Power Rangers and you put it together and made it into a cartoon, what do you get? You get Sailor Moon. And Sailor Moon was popular in the 1990s and the 2000s. You know, they remade the anime cartoon series like 4 years ago, and it's got critical success. Everyone likes Sailor Moon. If you ever seen cosplay, you'd be shocked and amazed of how many women a year goes to cosplay. Comic-Con, WonderCon, there'd be like some 200, 300 women dressed up as Sailor Moon because of the popularity of that cartoon. Every Halloween, guys dress up as the characters from Marvel and DC, and their girlfriends dress up as one of these female characters, and everyone's having fun being their favorite characters, whether it's Marvel, DC, video games, anime. It would not be a complete video without including Sailor Moon, plus I think she's hot. Coming in at number 6 is Harley Quinn, everybody's favorite bad girl from DC Comics with that red, black, polka dot suit. If there's anyone that's just unpredictable and cold and calculating like the Joker, it's Harley Quinn. Now, a lot of men have been buying Harley Quinn t-shirts ever since we saw Suicide Squad. A lot of guys got popped upside the head by their girlfriend because everybody had a crush on the actress who plays Harley Quinn. Yes, I find the actress who play her very physically, sexually attractive. Now, I did not see Birds of Prey, but if I was to go watch it, I'm only watching it because I like Harley Quinn. You know, we all know the cartoon storyline. We all know the Joker manipulated her, and she tried to get revenge on Batman. But what I would like to see what they do to her character is expand on her character. Like, they might have to create a Harley Quinn television series or create another version of her that exists in the Batman world. Like, if you got Robert Pattinson as Batman and you're showing younger versions of those characters, why not create another version of Harley Quinn that's closer to its cartoon or comic book counterpart? A lot of women, like about some 500 to 1,000 women, every year dress up as Harley Quinn for Halloween. When it's Comic-Con, when it's the anime convention, they dress up as what? Harley Quinn. A lot of men and women find the character Harley Quinn very physically, sexually attractive. I don't care if you're at work, you're at the gym, you're at the park, you're at the beach. 99.99% Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and a lot of characters, they come up in the conversation. Coming in at number 5 is Kefla from Dragon Ball Super. There are a lot of guys who are crushing on a female Super Saiyan. Ever since we saw the introduction and the transformation of a woman turning Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2, toy companies have had to restock their toy shelves in the past 2 years because every time they keep bringing out Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2 of Kel and Kefla, especially when they fused, They can't, that becomes their most hot selling merchandise action figure because it keeps selling out. Like, you can find plenty of Gokus and Vegetas and Gohans and future Trunks. And then you would have to go on Amazon and get you a Khalifa toy, because every time you try to buy it in the toy store, it sells out no sooner they put it on stands, because guys got a big crush on a female character from an anime called Dragon Ball Super when they created a female Super Saiyan. Like, the toy sells out all the time. And that ought to tell you right there the appeal of the toy. And now you see women dress up as the character, which shows you why the show peaked in popularity. All right, coming in at number 4 is Selena Kyle Catwoman. Now, you can't deny this, that every man and every woman has had some sexual fantasy about dressing up as Batman. Men want to be Batman and Superman, Spider-Man. Women want to be Black Cat, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. But 99.999% accurately, you ask any woman, black women, white women, Latina women, Asian women, BBW women, golf women, tall, short, young or old, hands down, a lot of women want to dress up as Selena Kyle Catwoman, because men find women who dress up as Catwoman very physically, sexually attractive. This character started the trend of women dressing up as female superheroes in television and film, even for Halloween. You go to cosplay, you go to Comic-Con, you're going to see at least 500 to 1,000 women dress up as Selena Kyle Catwoman. I mean, yes, there's Harley Quinn, there's Poison Ivy, there's Sailor Moon, but by the end of the day, who gets the brass ring? Selena Kyle Catwoman. All right, coming in at number 3 is Storm. Since the introduction of Halle Berry playing Storm in the X-Men movies, you've seen a lot of women dress up as Storm. I'm serious. See, before, in the 1990s, you had maybe 4 or 5 black girls dress up as Storm because of the X-Men cartoon from the 1990s. But ever since we saw Angela Bassett in the Black Panther movie, the one thing we've been saying is Storm. Storm. She got to pop up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Give us Storm. Give us Storm. Like, if there's any black female superhero that I find extremely physically, sexually attractive, it's gonna be Storm. She has magic powers, superhuman strength, speed, stamina. She can fly. She has weather manipulation. She can hit you with lightning bolts. Like, she has some of Thor's powers with magic-based powers. And to me, I wouldn't mind seeing her be introduced in Black Panther Part 3 or in a future X-Men film. Like, that's the one thing we all would expecting to see is Storm with Black Panther. It's one of the best romantic couples in all of Marvel comic book history. Storm and Black Panther. It shows the strong, powerful union between a black man and a black woman. That's what it represents. You know, it represents what black love is. If you see Black Panther and Storm, that represents what a black man and a black woman is in today's culture in a positive light, not just in movies and television. Coming in at number 2 is Wonder Woman Diana Prince, the woman who created the female golden age and silver age of female superheroes. Now, she has all of the traditional powers of a goddess: superhuman strength, superhuman speed, stamina, durability, lightning bolts, magic, matter manipulation. The daughter of Zeus, she has the powers, and she's like, what if Thor was a female? And everybody likes the Wonder Woman television show and the first Wonder Woman movie. Now, I know Wonder Woman 1984 was not a very good film, not very well received, but the first movie was better, in my opinion, better than the second film. And to me, my mother grew up watching Wonder Woman. My mom never cared about Batman and Superman. My mom watched Wonder Woman. If it wasn't Wonder Woman, my mom would not watch Batman and Superman. Like, I'll watch Batman and Superman, but my mom's whole entire child life was Charlie Angels and Wonder Woman. And if my mom wasn't watching Charlie Angels and Wonder Woman, if it weren't Wonder Woman and Charlie Angels, Mama would not watch superheroes. And of course, my other mom's favorite superhero is Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow. So my mom likes Wonder Woman. My mom had created a whole entire shrine of Wonder Woman because that's how big of a Wonder Woman fan she was. She would have the t-shirt, the cup, the lunch pail, the stickers, trading cards of Wonder Woman. When she was younger, she would dress up as Wonder Woman for Halloween. And when it was February 9th, her birthday, my mom would dress up as Wonder Woman when she was, much younger. When she was, in college, she would wear the t-shirts of Wonder Woman, go to the gym, train, get in athletic shape. That was her favorite superhero. Coming in at number 1 is Wanda, aka Scarlet Witch. Why? Because she's the most strongest, most powerful female character. Out of all female superheroes, she is the one. Ever since we saw her debut in the second Avengers film, and we saw her in the next 2 Avengers films, she's been in at least 4 or 5 films. She's getting her own television show called WandaVision, and the actress who played her has done a very outstanding job playing Wanda. She don't just have superhuman strength, superhuman speed, stamina, durability, and magic. She can fly, she can teleport, time travel, cast illusions, magic spells, and punch a hole to different dimensions and different realities. And she's even more stronger and more powerful than Doctor Strange, more powerful than Thor, in my opinion, more powerful than Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel. In my opinion, she's much more powerful. And I like the character. And I'm glad that the character's getting her own television show, and I can't wait to do my first television review of WandaVision. So these were my 12 top picks of female superheroes. I'm sure you black women, white women, Latina women, and Asian women will be impressed by this video. Same thing with the men. I apologize, I only had 12 spots. If this video is very well received, I'll make a part 2, and you know how I do my videos. If part 2 is received, I do a part 3. I'm going to do back-to-back videos. Until next time, peace.